Insane, you make me crazy, insane, that's how I feel, insane, you make me crazy, insane, that's how I feel,
Hi guys.
What's up, biatches?
Thanks for coming back for episode number 5. Oh gosh, it's taken me so long to be able to sit down and record this episode. This week has been crazy. Absolutely crazy. First though, I want to say that today, actually yesterday, the 9th, was officially my youngest's 3rd birthday. He's so stinking cute. So I want to just put a shout out there to my little boy. Happy birthday, Brody. Not that he's listening. Not that he listens or anybody listens. None of them listen. You know, I asked my oldest if he listened because he's going to be 21 in October. He's in college. And he said yes. Him and his friends sat around and listened to part of an episode and laughed at me. Thanks.
Well, it's nice that you have a hobby.
Ah, shut it. Suck it. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about a couple of things. Today, like I said, was my little boy's birthday. This month is very busy. It's Brody's birthday. It's my anniversary. It is my birthday. And it's Easter. So it's a lot of things. A lot of things going on. But my 4-year-old is going to be 5 in April. And he does not understand that it's not his birthday too. And I know that I can't be the only parent that's going through this. He just does. I just don't know how to explain it to him. Every time when we were talking about the birthday, he would be like, "It's my birthday. My birthday's coming up." And I would say, "No, it's not your birthday. It's Brody's birthday." And he would cry and, "Why can't it be my birthday?" Ah. And I remember when I was little that my mom would always give us something too to the little kids, because they didn't quite understand that, it wasn't their birthday. But I don't do that. It's not your birthday. It's not your day. It's, this little guy's day. So we've been dealing with that all week. And poor Cato, he's got his own issues, and I will explain that at some point. But one of his issues is he doesn't know how to regulate his feelings. He doesn't know how to express himself. And because of that, and sometimes I wonder if he may be on the spectrum, because he is a lot like my other son, who is on the spectrum, where he kind of reminds me of a cat. And I hope that doesn't offend anybody when I say that, but a cat can be very loving and can be very engaging, but it's on their terms. He doesn't like to be touched unless he wants to. Like, if he's very loving, he loves to kiss and hug, but he wants to come to you. And my other son, he doesn't like to be touched at all. In fact, what he does, so let's say, for instance, if it's my birthday, he'd be like, "I didn't get you a present, but I'm going to let you hug me." So of course, that's a present to me, because he doesn't let me touch him at all. Even the gentle rub on the back. Like if you walk by him and like, "Oh, I love you, bud." And he'd be like, "Oh, don't touch me." So he doesn't like to be touched at all. And Caden's a lot like that. If we're on the couch and he's, snuggled up on the couch, he wants to be next to you, but he doesn't want you to touch him. And So one of the other reasons why I feel that he may be on the spectrum sometimes is that he, because he can't express himself well, he will make noises out of the blue for no reason, scream, yell. He will swear. He's a big time swearer. And he also can be, when he is in a meltdown, he can be very physical. And that happened a couple times this week, because he doesn't understand that it's not his birthday, and he doesn't understand why it can't be his birthday. And there was something else that I was going to say about that. So I'm curious about how other parents out there, how they deal with that. With me, I basically just ignore him when he's having his fit. I mean, I've literally walked over him in a store. I've walked away. I've literally, like this morning, he was giving me such a hard time about getting in the car that I had everybody get in the car. We were in the car and getting ready to pull away when finally he gave in and calmed down enough to get in the car. And it wasn't, I didn't drive away or anything. However, I have done that. You can ask my older boys. I have literally driven away. They've been fighting in the car so badly. I have literally pulled over to the side of the road and said, "Get out. Get out." And they look at me like I have three heads. I'm not kidding. You get out. You get out. And I've made them stand on the side of the road, and I've literally driven away. And I don't go very far. I like go around the corner and then the end of the road until they're freaking out. And then I'm like, "Are you going to stop now? Because I'm sick of listening to you." My goodness gracious. Sometimes you just have to, it's like a shock value. Of course, you're never going to leave your kids on the side of the road, but what else are you going to do? You're screaming at them. I mean, listen, my kids usually don't listen. I've talked to them in a calm voice for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. And now I'm screaming my head off. And now they're looking at me like, "I don't understand why you're getting so upset." Really? You don't understand why I'm going to punch you in your face. Thinking about it, I'm sorry. You moms cannot say at some point in your life, you have not thought in your head, "I would love to knock this kid out," because I can't take it. But literally today, this morning, Caden's having a fit. He's standing on the porch. First couple times, he'll come to the car like he's getting in the car. And then the minute Piper would get out of the car for Caden to get in, he would run back up to the porch. So I said, "You know what? Forget it. Just get in. We're leaving." So we did. We all got in, closed the doors, put our seatbelts on, and then he knew that I was not kidding. I am not going to put up with this today, buddy. But like I said, it's really hard. You know in your head that they cannot help what they're doing. I know in my head and in my heart that his behavior is nothing personal. It's nothing that I did. It's nothing that my husband did. It's just that he can't express himself, and he has all these feelings of hurt and confusion and anger, and he doesn't know how to express it. And that comes from, the issues that he had when he was little, when he was born, and when he was, when my sister was pregnant with him. It's the things that happen. And what I've learned also is that even though you think your kids don't remember certain things, and they may not have that memory of what's happened, their body remembers it and their brain remembers it. So some of the things that they do, or some of the ways they react, is just a way that their brain is processing stuff. And I will get to that too at another point of, how we got there, because all of my kids have been in counseling at one time or another. And I don't think that makes me a bad parent. In fact, I think that makes me a darn good parent to be able to say, "Look, I don't have all the answers. Something's wrong and I can't fix it and I need help." I think it takes a bigger person to say, "I can't do this alone. I don't have all the answers. I need somebody to help me," than for you to try to figure it out on your own, because you're wasting time. You're wasting getting your kids the help that they need. It's okay that you have to ask for somebody to help you. It's okay to not have all the answers. It really is. What do you want? Do you want to have a kid in counseling and have them get help? Or do you want to not put them in counseling because you think you know it all, and then have your kid, going into a school one day, and taking his frustration out that way? I don't want to be the mother of that kid. I don't. And I do know that there are some times when you've done everything that you can. You've taken them to counseling. You've taken them to the doctors. You've tried to get them the help or the meds or whatever it is that they need, and it still doesn't work. And we can't blame ourselves. All we can do is do the best we can, and that's it. So, and today and I have to admit, today there have been times where I've really felt like, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like a crappy mom today. I really do. I feel like a crappy mom. I feel like I've yelled all day. I feel like this birthday should have been better. I should have done more. I should have invited more people. But let's face it, he's 3. He doesn't care. He doesn't remember it. He really doesn't. All he cares about is that his mom and his dad is there and his brothers and sisters, and that's it. But I still feel like I could have done more. There's nothing I can do. So, but I can tell you that even though Caden's had a lot of meltdowns today, I've had a few myself. And I'm okay with that. I can say that now. But earlier today when I was crying because Caden was crying and my daughter was giving me a hard time and this wasn't going right and that wasn't going right, and I came to my room and had a nice little cry, I did not think that I would be able to say, hey, everything's okay. But now I do. I feel a lot better. So anyway, that being said, can we talk about bullying? Can we hold on a second because I'm losing my headphones? Sorry about that. I still want to talk about bullying because my daughter's been having a couple of issues. That whole Instagram thing came back to, it didn't come back to Hannah's, but there was another little girl who sent my daughter this message that wasn't very nice, and I immediately wanted to go on to this little girl's Instagram and pretty much make a 6th grader cry. But I didn't. I held my tongue and I waited till I cooled down, and I think I was more upset about it than my daughter was. I really was. But she just blocked the girl and that was that. But I want to talk about bullying a little bit because it is really going on. Like I said before about there's been school shootings and, threats and all kinds of craziness. And sometimes, how could I word this without sounding like a crazy person? Sometimes I think that, I don't want to say bullying is okay, and that's not what I'm trying to say. I think that we all get bullied at one time or another, and sometimes, I don't know if you want to call it bullying or you want to call it just the truth coming to light. Sometimes we need to hear things from other people about ourselves that we don't want to hear in order to fix it. Does that make sense? So this is going to come in 2 parts. The first part I'm going to say is I think there's different types of bullying. You have the type where, oh my God, you need to brush your teeth because your breath stinks. And let's face it, your breath probably does stink, because if you're anybody in my house, the different stages of what these kids go through, they go in stages where they don't want to brush their teeth, they don't want to put deodorant on, they don't want to take a shower, and then all of a sudden it changes to where they're brushing their teeth 15 times a day, they're going through deodorant like it's going out of style, and then all of a sudden they're taking so many showers that you have no more hot water in your house. I think sometimes, if you can call it bullying or you could tell it truth telling, you could tell your kids a bazillion times you need to brush your teeth before you go to school. They don't listen. But until somebody at school says, dude, your breath stinks, then they're going to brush their teeth. Or you kind of stink, then they're going to remember to wear deodorant. In that sense, sometimes you have to hear it from somebody else or one of your peers in order to get it through your head that you need to brush your teeth or you need to take a shower. I hope that makes sense. I hope that doesn't sound like I'm being a total, D-bag. I'm not. But then you have the bullying to where they're making fun of things that you can't help, like your clothes or your weight or how you look. And you got to take that with. Now, when I was growing up, and my daughter and I, we had this talk the other day. I'm going to talk a lot about her because she's 11 and she's in 5th grade and she's going through all these hormone things, which unfortunately doesn't get any better. So she's going through all these, different hormone changes and everything. And she's very open with me when she talks to me about the things that she's going through. My other son, who's 16 and is on the autism spectrum, isn't very open because, unfortunately, sometimes he doesn't know when people are being jerks to him. So he doesn't, unless somebody is actually physically hurting him, which has happened a couple times, and sometime I will talk about that, he doesn't know that somebody is being rude or inconsiderate, or he doesn't understand that, which in some cases can be good, but he really needs to learn those skills too when people aren't being very nice, which we're working on. And again, that's another story. But like I said, my daughter is very open about the things that she goes through. And, girls can be mean. And I've said this for as long as I can remember. Boys, they'll just punch you in the face, and next day they're best buds again. Girls, they like to camp out in your head. They camp out there and they stay there. And that's what she's going through right now, where one day her and her little girlfriends are friends and the next day they're not. And, they make fun of what she's wearing, or that she's chunky, or they don't like her hairdo, or whatever it is. Sometimes I think when it comes to bullying, I know this is going to sound terrible. Sometimes I think some bullying can be, I don't want to say healthy. That's not what I'm saying. But I definitely think that when I was bullied as a kid, and I'm blind in my right eye, and I used to have my eye point in towards my nose. So kids were terrible to me. I was called Cyclops. I was called Cross-Eyed Kim. And because of that, because people were picking on me, I would pick on other people. Because what do you do when, you're feeling crappy about yourself? You have to make somebody else feel crappy about yourself. And then, then you feel better. But I think that teasing, I can look back on it now, and I'm sure I didn't think it at the time. I think that teasing kind of made me who I am. It taught me to be stronger. It taught me to ignore people. It taught me a sense of humor. Really, that's what when I started turning my feelings into humor, turning everything into a joke, laughing at myself first before anybody else could. And I know one day she's going to see that. I really do. I know that one day she's going to look back at, everything that's happened. She's going to realize that it's made her into the person that she is. And it sucks that you have to go through that. But I truly believe that. I'm not saying that bullying is acceptable, and it's absolutely not acceptable. And please don't take it that way. Because there are times when it's totally unacceptable. You should never put your hands on somebody ever. And you should never, physically assault somebody or threaten anybody or anything like that. I'm not saying that. And please don't, make me sound like I'm saying, oh, you should go and bully because the bullying makes you who you are. I'm kind of saying that. I guess I am kind of saying that. No, I'm not saying you should go and bully. I'm trying to say that we should take the things that people say to us and use it. And lately I've been thinking we have to not let what other people say about us dictate how we feel about us. That's giving that person too much power. Some things, when they say, dude, your breath stinks. Okay, maybe I should brush my teeth. But to say, oh my God, you're fat. So what? Who cares? I know that's easy for me to say now because, hey, I was chunky when I was younger too. And people used to call me fat all day. Do you think that made me want to lose weight? No, it didn't. Some things you just don't listen to. Some things you just don't listen to. And oh my God, I'm probably going to be... Now no one's going to listen ever again. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying bullying's good. It's not. But I'm saying we can't let every little thing that somebody says about us affect us so dramatically that it's going to change our life. I just don't think that. And I'm trying to tell my daughter that when they say, oh, it was so quiet without you here, that means it was boring. Plain and simple. That's what I think. It was boring. Or oh God, what else? What else do they say? They said about me that I'm loud. They said that I'm, oh goodness, I can't think of anything else now. Now I'm just rambling. Can we talk about something else now? I think I've talked to this bully thing right, to where I can't talk anymore because now I feel like a jackass. I'm going to feel like a jackass a lot, I think, on this podcast. How long have I been talking? 19 minutes. 19 minutes. What else? Oh, it's daylight savings time this weekend. Don't forget to put your clocks ahead. I had to go and look it up because I'm not really sure why we have daylight savings time. So I went and looked it up, and I guess it says by taking an hour of time from the morning and putting it at night, at the end of the day, or vice versa. I can't remember. I was supposed to save on energy. There's no energy saved in my house. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how early it is or how late it is or how many hours in the day it is. It doesn't save me nothing. Not a thing. Anyway, my son's home from college for a week, and I'm very excited. I don't think is very excited, but I am very excited. I love it when he's home. We don't always, agree on everything, but I love him very much, and I think he's awesome. However, he was telling me that and he's probably going to hate me he's not going to listen anyway. He was telling me that at his school, he had to write this play. He had to write a play, and a couple of them were going to be chosen to be directed and put on at a school. And he goes to a very liberal school, so I thought. And he wrote this play, and it was totally kick-A, he thought. And they didn't pick it. And she said that, first she said it was because, we didn't think we'd be able to change into, all the scenes that you wrote up there. And, but come to find out, the real reason was because it was about two boys. And in the scene, in the play, they fall in love, and she thought people would be uncomfortable with that. You know what I say? Too bad. If you're uncomfortable, who cares? Don't audition for the play. Don't go see it. I think that's crappy that you're not going to do it because people might be uncomfortable. Isn't that what movies are about? People are uncomfortable all the time. People are uncomfortable with scary movies. I hate scary movies. They make me very uncomfortable. Guess what? I don't go see them. I just don't. It's not my thing. Some people don't like comedies. Some people don't like drama. So you don't like it, don't go see it. Plain and simple. I don't think that you should not put something on because people are going to be offended. And I'm sure people, are going to have a fit about that, but I just don't think that's fair. I really don't. That you're not going to put on a play because you think people are going to be offended that there's two boys kissing in it. Then don't go see it. I'm sorry. It's life. People kiss. Boys, girls, men and women. It happens. And yes, I know I'm a Christian woman and I shouldn't be. People who are listening and who are fellow Christians probably are thinking that I shouldn't be okay with this. But look, I love my son, plain and simple. And I am proud of him. And if, I'm going to support him. Plain and simple. So, not only am I a Christian woman who screams at her kids, leaves them on the side of the road, thinks it's okay to bully, think it's okay to put on a gay play, I still think I'm a good mom. I do. I think I'm an okay mom. I think that I've given my kids plenty of stuff to vent about in counseling, but hey, I think everything that you go through in life makes you who you are in the future. I really do. And I think Noah's going through this right now because at some point in his adult life, I know he's going to be 21 and technically he's an adult, but everything that he's gone through as a young gay man is preparing him for things that are going to happen in his life. And how, who else better than to make movies for, how can I word this? To tell stories about, being gay and direct stories about being, gay in this society than a man who's gay and who's lived these experiences. Think of all the lives he can touch, of all the, oh, sorry, I hit my headphones, of all the young men and women who are going through the same things that he went through. He's going to be able to, help so many people. I mean, let's face it, people are different. No matter what we do, no matter what we say, there are people that are going to be different. And we have to accept them. As much as people don't want to, you need to accept them. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on some great people. And I'm not willing to take that chance. Are you? Well, it looks like I have rambled on for 25 minutes. I hope I've kept most of you guys listening for, longer than just 2 minutes. I know this episode was a little different. I'm a little, and I don't want to say energized, but listen, I really had a bad day, and I really needed to come and talk and get some of this aggressive feelings out before I go crazy. This is like you guys are like for the couple of people that are listening, you're my BFFs. I can't be honest with you. Who can I be honest with? Let's face it, I can't, tell certain people certain things. And there are certain things I probably won't tell you guys, and certain things I probably will. I don't know. Anyway, what else? Did I want to say anything else before I close this little chapter of my life? I know there was more I was going to say, but I have wicked bad ADHD, and once I get rambling, I tend to bounce everywhere. What else is going on? Let's see. Daylight savings time, the little man's birthday party, bullying, which I'm going to talk about bullying a lot. That's what I do. Oh, my other son is away at a drama competition. It's called One Acts, and I hope they're having a good time. I hope they do well. I'll keep you guys posted. Good luck to you guys. But I think I am going to start wrapping this thing up. Thank you guys for listening. Thanks for coming back for show number 5. Please leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Tell me if you think what I can do to change it, if you think it needs to be changed, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. But be nice. Don't be a douche. Let's see. What else did I want? Oh, so go to, it's actually Apple Podcasts now, right? Apple Podcasts, which is formerly iTunes. If you want, go ahead, look us up there. Please leave me a like or comment. Let me know what you think. You can follow me on all, the social media pages. You can look us up on Facebook at facebook.com/dysfuncjunk. And of course on our Facebook, our group page, which is facebook.com/groups/DF podcast. If you prefer Twitter, you can find us at twitter.com/dysfuncjunkmom. And from Instagram peeps, you can look us up at instagram.com/dysfuncjunk7. And I'm sorry about the dysfunk junk, but somebody took the Dysfunction Junction handles, so this is what I'm left with. So, and of course you can also head to my website, that was created by my lovely husband at techdaddycomputers.com. You can find me at D as in dog, F as in Frank podcast. That's dfpodcast.com. And also if you, head over to patreon.com and, over there I'll have a bunch of, videos and audio. Well, there's no videos yet. I lied. But there is a bunch of audio. I do this little thing in the car, riding in cars with Kim, where I kind of do little interviews in the car wherever I'm driving. I'm very excited about it. But you can only hear it if you're a Patreon at patreon.com. So if you want to hear that stuff, or if you want to just help me out with this podcast, because even though it's free for you, it's not free for me. I would really appreciate it. Once again, thanks for coming back again. I really hope you come back for episode number 6. It means a lot to me that you guys are listening. I am really, really new at this, I know, and I'm probably going to say stuff that makes me sound like an a-hole. Please forgive me. I'm very proud of myself, though, however, because I haven't really sworn. I'm trying not to do that. But like I said, I'm sitting here talking to myself, talking to you guys. You're my peeps. You're my home gals. If sometimes I feel like I'm going to get diarrhea of the mouth. Anyway, thanks again for listening. You guys are awesome. Go check out my social media pages. Go view my website. Download me, like me, share me with your friends. Just put me out there. I don't want to say whore me out, but do it, people. Whore me out. Share me. Share me. Share me. Peace out, guys. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to set your clocks back. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Insane. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Insane. You make me crazy. Make me crazy. Insane. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.